Good evening. Thanks for joining us for the Monday edition of Source 16 News at 10. Well, a week from tomorrow, motorists could be traveling on the new Breathitt Pennyroyal Parkway extension from Hopkinsville to Interstate 24. Kentucky Transportation Cabinet spokesman Keith Todd says officials are tentatively planning to open the new section of highway on the afternoon of Tuesday, March 1st. Completion of Phase 3 of the extension project south of Hopkinsville will fully open a new 6-mile section of 4-lane from Pennyroyal Parkway exit 7 at Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville to Interstate 24. It includes interchanges for the US 68 Hopkinsville bypass and Lovers Lane near the Hopkinsville Convention Center. The new highway will provide a direct connection to I-24 for through truck traffic, reducing congestion along Fort Campbell Boulevard between Hopkinsville and Fort Campbell. Todd says officials are tentatively working on a ribbon-cutting event with Governor Steve Beshear and area officials for the afternoon of March 1st. He notes some landscaping and other work is likely to continue along the new section into the summer months. Well, the Kentucky Department of Education released its leadership assessment report on Christian County High School and the school district. As a result of the report, Christian County High School Principal Kathy Johnson will keep her position, but the school's decision-making council will be disbanded in 45 days, and Education Commissioner Terry Holliday will appoint a new council that will serve in an advisory role during the next 2 years. According to the report, the principal and school council have not adequately addressed the learning deficiencies of struggling students in reading and math, have not ensured that teachers use varied, authentic, and rigorous instructional strategies to meet the unique needs of all students and engage them in challenging learning experiences, and the principal does not ensure school council policies and procedures and instructional processes are implemented in a timely and consistent manner. In addition, the state leadership assessment report indicates the principal has not fostered a culture of respect with high expectations for all. The school council and principal have not implemented an effective system for monitoring, documenting, and ensuring accountability for all programs and personnel. And district leadership and the newly hired principal have not built capacity within the learning community to provide effective leadership to move the school towards proficiency. Meanwhile, the Kentucky Department of Education reports the district leadership has not successfully unified all decision makers around a common vision, not ensured that Christian County High School staff sets high academic expectations for students, not successfully translated the value of continuous assessment of leaders, teachers, and other stakeholders, and has not developed a systematic process for monitoring instructional practices at the high school. Christian County Public Schools Superintendent Brady Link held a news conference this afternoon to discuss the report.
We've got to look at ways that teachers understand what their expectations are, what the students' expectations are, what the principal's expectations are, what the central office expectations are. We've got to be sure that that's outlined and developed, and there's no excuses that we're going to be left out there to say, you know, that there's a reason why we're not learning. One of the things that we believe, and one of the things we've talked about as well in Christian County, there are no excuses for Christian County High School not to be a high-performing high school. They're just not. And so we as a central office have to accept that responsibility.
Link and the Board of Education have 45 days to develop a turnaround plan for the high school or to appeal any findings of the leadership assessment report.
The district is going to work hard to redouble our efforts again to make sure that our students are put first, and that what we do is going to be something that to create a sense of urgency. So we've got to understand and accept that every single day that we're not doing what we need for kids is a day wasted, and we've got to get that done. And so one of the things that we were burdened with, the central office, was, hey, you're going to have to get that sense of urgency. It can't wait 5 years. It can't wait 2 years. We've got to start right.
The audit report provides 4 options for action: close down Christian County High School, hire an outside agency to run the school, transform the school, or reassign teachers to other schools. Meanwhile, after a year of research and discussions, the Task Force on Transforming Education in Kentucky completed its study of the education system and today presented its final report, including 35 recommendations to Governor Steve Beshear. The governor directed the task force, composed of parents, teachers, superintendents, education advocates, lawmakers, and business and community leaders, to help develop new strategies to ensure Kentucky has the curriculum, teachers, standards, organization, and structure in place to prepare children for the 21st century while reinvigorating public and business support for education in the Commonwealth. The group, co-chaired by Kentucky Education Commissioner Terry Holliday, developed recommendations that will serve as a blueprint for how schools can make gains in school readiness, student proficiency, graduation rates, college and career readiness, and the closing of persistent achievement gaps. For more on this story and the recommendations made by the task force, go to our website, Source16.com. A Hopkins County man is behind bars charged with over 280 counts of sex crimes involving a victim under the age of 16. After an investigation by Kentucky State Police, which began February 17th, 35-year-old Jonathan Brown of Madisonville was taken into custody around 2 o'clock this afternoon after a search warrant was executed at his home and electronic equipment was seized. Brown is charged with 70 counts of incest, 86 counts of first-degree sexual abuse, 66 counts of possession of matter portraying sexual performance by a minor, and 66 counts of use of a minor in a sexual performance. He was lodged in the Hopkins County Detention Center. Well, details had not been released by Kentucky State Police as of news time, but a tractor-trailer apparently split in half in Hopkins County this afternoon. As seen in the video, the trailer of the semi split in half on the Penarol Parkway near exit 42 at the Madisonville exit. The Kentucky State Police Post 2 in Madisonville dispatcher told Source 16 that the semi was not involved in a wreck, but troopers were on the scene. It is not known at this time what caused the trailer to split or what the trailer was hauling. A Central City woman who allegedly had been drinking and driving was injured in a single vehicle wreck Sunday morning in Muhlenberg County after she fell asleep at the wheel. 23-year-old Amanda Corbett was driving south on US 431 in South Carrollton when she told Kentucky State Police she fell asleep prior to her vehicle running off the road and hitting a culvert. She was transported by ambulance to Muhlenberg Community Hospital for treatment of injuries. According to state police, Corbett was charged with operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs and failure to produce insurance. A soldier based at Fort Campbell was killed Thursday by small arms fire in the Kunar province of Afghanistan. According to Army officials, 22-year-old Specialist Jonathan Pilgrim of Great Falls, Montana was assigned as an infantryman to the Delta Company, 1st Battalion, 327th Infantry Regiment, 1st Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division. He joined the Army in 2008 and arrived at Fort Campbell in January 2010. A former Fort Campbell soldier was arrested and charged with multiple counts of rape, according to a Florida newspaper. The Sarasota Herald Tribune reports 23-year-old Jared Jenkins was arrested and later confessed to raping 3 teens in Manatee County last November. According to the report, video surveillance led law enforcement officials to the Iraq War veteran, who reportedly has arrest records in several other states. Jenkins was arrested last week at a home in Heritage Harbor in East Manatee County, where police reportedly found items they believe were used in one of the attacks. 3 Western Kentucky residents were arrested after police found an active meth lab at a Madisonville home over the weekend. Kentucky State Police went to a Madisonville home around 6 o'clock Friday night after receiving a complaint regarding the possible manufacturing of methamphetamine. After serving a search warrant, troopers found drug paraphernalia, several items to manufacture meth, and an active meth lab. State Police arrested and charged 34-year-old Derek Gibson and 31-year-old Randy Gibson, both of Henderson, and 37-year-old Anna Grace of Madisonville with manufacturing and possession of methamphetamine and other drug-related offenses. In addition, Derek Gibson is facing 6 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment. All 3 were lodged in the Hopkins County Detention Center. A former Fort Campbell soldier accused of killing his estranged wife and her former mother-in-law is scheduled to have his 4th murder trial next month. According to media reports, Brent Burke's trial is set for March 14th with a new judge and defense attorneys. The former soldier is accused of killing his estranged wife Tracy and her ex-mother-in-law Karen Comer in 2007 at Comer's home in Rineyville. The first 2 trials ended in mistrials after witnesses failed to show up for court, and the 3rd trial also ended in a hung jury because they could not reach a unanimous verdict. Here is a look at some upcoming chamber events brought to you by the Hopkinsville Christian County Community Vision Plan. Lindsey Wilson College will host a ribbon cutting Thursday morning at 11 o'clock at 1910 South Virginia Street in Suite 105 to celebrate their new location. The Hopkinsville Human Relations Commission will host its 20th annual Black History Trivia Bowl in the Hopkinsville Community College Auditorium building beginning at 7:30 Saturday morning. If you would like to volunteer to help out with the event, call 887-4010 or 534-3413. And the American Heart Association 2011 Heart Walk Kickoff will be held Saturday at Bradford Square Mall. Events begin at 8:30 with the walk to get underway at 9:30 and lunch will be provided. These chamber events are brought to you by the Hopkinsville Christian County Vision Plan. Taking a look at Tuesday's Mega Millions jackpot, it's $64 million, and Wednesday's Powerball jackpot is $155 million.